Can you hear me now? But no, I haven't shown Dylan this, but he may or may not have seen it. I don't know. Um, but I was gonna say, did you not have a icon at one point, Kirby? Because now you just got the K. Um, didn't you have some purple fingers or something like that? I'm not sure. The reason I ask is because for um, the silhouette game, uh, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else who had like purple fingers or something like that. I don't know. I don't. Okay, or maybe I'm just confusing you for somebody else. Um, okay, but yeah, because I'm creating a new leaderboard, and and I grabbed your uh thing. Like I said, I just thought I saw something. Like I said, I'm probably confusing you. Probably not even somebody named Kirby. Hey, nice. ID Crisis. Somebody came in a couple weeks ago, scored like 4.5 points. You are at. Let's see. Doesn't matter for anything else. You were at 7, but they scored 4.5. Um, I know I've seen ID Crisis around several times in different chats, so he's been in my chat a few times. Yeah, so trying to give everybody a neat lettering. If you have a special lettering for yourself or whatever, um, DM it. Either send me a PNG of it on Twitter or email, Discord, because I just made up grab something that I thought might fit you, and then I chose the purple because the purple figures. I'm not sure whether it was figures or what it was, but anyways, that's what I have for that. Anyways, so let's put all our color back in here. Let's choose the outside of here and see what happens. We're going to go panel by panel. And we're going to piece of color. Okay, that was not good. Control Z. Let's just go colors through that and see what happens. Okay, that's getting into there, so obviously I need to, let's see, all the colors out of there. Oh, I probably know what it is, because the Canadian Shield's head's coming up above. So, I don't want that showing through his head. So, I think I have to take the shield. There, and I'm going to have to merge it with the layer below. Okay, so now with that, if we click here, okay, it does not go in. Good. So now we could probably select panel one just in and of itself. And there, that cuts all the stuff on the outside, cleaning up the line. That helps to clean up the lines a little faster. We'll have to go in and clean up some lines for other things. Let's see, so we're going to do panel two the same way. Three, that's everything to this there. Panel four. Oh, well, you have to tell him next time you see him yourself. You're usually on the panel for Emily the A. Okay, so that does a fast cleanup of things. Obviously, we got to go in and do more thorough cleanup of stuff. So we will start with panel one right now. We're going to be doing that. Okay, color, we're done. We're on to the background. So I think the shield white will refer to the mask and that here. Although that guy did do it based on, tell me whether you think that, I'm going to show you what, the guy did it based on the sketch that I had done. So, let's see whether you think what I did for the character looks like a thing John did. So this is the one that I'd done originally, I think, before I even met Dillard. And then I revamped it a little bit ago into this. So that's what it's based on. Um, That guy that you see? Oh, Dylan's hosting again. Hang on. I'll go show him now. So if you need me to zoom out to let him see, let me know. Ooh, way too loose. And crazy enough, the guy's name is John, too. John Sims. Again, named before I knew John. Yeah, what he said. Is he doing jerk? Hey, I did not do it, John. Um, my artist drew that. And I don't think he's ever seen you. And I didn't really notice it till Kirby pointed it out either. You're a police detective in this, or this character is a police detective, and I'm not sure whether Kirby heard this. And again, this was even again before I knew you. The character's name is John Sims. This, of course, is what he originally looked like. Um, and then this is more. This is one of the main pictures I gave the guy to go off of and drawing him. Oh, okay. Oh, you notice that? Yeah, I put it in there as a placeholder. That picture is from like about 10 years ago, maybe 15. I gotta actually do a little bit of adjustment on it, so the green in the back isn't shown. Trying to find out where I put what layer that's on. Oh, this is gonna be it right there. So let's this one. Touch over that one. Hey Doc, how you doing? Good morning. I'll talk to you soon with these. Hear you. Peace, brother. Okay, yeah. Well, let me know if you want to come on, John. I'll get you on through Discord. I'm gonna be on for probably an hour or two. Can everybody hear me with my fan on? Okay, so shield quality. Yeah, let's come out. We were working on getting this. Okay, I think the white on this is good. There. Actually, if anybody wants to come on, let me know. I'll open up my go into the Discord and see what that's like. I know last night on my one show I was having a little bit of trouble. Oh, and what time do you people think? I'm thinking about doing a show on Monday. Um, doing putting together another comic called Lesser Bible Stories. Something I was working on for the 24-hour comic day thing that usually goes on once a year. A couple of years ago, I started working on it. I picked out 3 stories from Judges chapter 3. Um, and I was going to be drawing them up for a 24-hour comic day. but since that hasn't happened, I want to get to it, and something I felt sort of led to do. I think I don't know, but yeah, the three stories are Othniel, Ehud, and Shamar. I think that's how you pronounce it. Hey, I'm probably butchering the names, but that would be me, right? Butcher names. Everybody butchers biblical names. Leave me alone. Hey, Alpha. Oh, you did two shows last night? Oh, thanks, thanks. Yeah, I was on John and Quarter. You should have been there, John. 250th episode. We were doing Marvel, Cosmic Marvel. Do I still have my piece up for that? No, I don't, but I can show. Let's see. Here's the piece I did for those that weren't able to get there. Galactus facing off against Reed Richards, the Phoenix, Silver Surfer, uh, Human Torch, Nova, and Gladiator. And just Yatu, the Watcher, watching in behind. I would have been probably included more characters, except for two reasons. Was running out of space, and B, I didn't know how much time I had. I thought, I was pushing it with the number of characters, and not bad for the length of time doing this and coloring it. I didn't do a lot of shading and lighting, as you can see. Well, I did a bit of shading and lighting on Galactus, a little bit on Gladiator. Uh, I didn't do so much lighting or shading on Silver Surfer, but I did. Um, but I did make them try and make them look metallic, and I did try and make the Phoenix and the Human Torch look fiery. So yeah. Okay, so back to Canadian Shield 1. Yeah, so I might do an extra show later on today because I'm not going to be able to get to my Insecto show tomorrow. I'm going to be at a craft show, um, trying to sell some books and get a little bit more well known. I'm getting a free table, so when I end this show a little bit later, at about 1, I might take a half an hour break, and then start up another show for a couple hours to do my Insecto um, stuff. either that or Insecto's gonna be way tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time the craft show's gonna end. You know what? Maybe I'll just do Insecto after I get back, but I'm not sure how much I'll feel up to it. So there is that. So, okay, so we're gonna come up here. Coffee table. I just want to take out a couple lines here. That one, that. And there we go. Okay, so do you think I should do my Insecto show later today? I'm not out probably about 6 or 7. Well, 6:30. Okay, I'll see you later. I forgot to go to sleep. Okay, later, Alpha. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and if I can finish it off too, I've got a small Canadian Shield script. It was some something somebody was doing about 4-page story about, and I decided to do a Canadian Shield one. I forgot about it for whatever reason. I was going through looking for up for my stuff for the lesser known Bible stories. And I happened to see the 4-page Shield script there, and I went into it, and obviously it wasn't done. I had like 2.25 pages. I got 3 pages done now for it. I'm just not sure how to really end it. It's just really Canadian Shield sort of going over his story lightly. Um, if anybody's here and wants to hear it, let me know. I can read it out what I have thus far. See if anybody has any thoughts. This person see this. Get some of this stuff out of it. Don't go those. Okay, I think that's looking better. Okay, so shield red, let's grab that. Okay, Okay, so we're coming back up to the coffee table. I don't know where it is. Some other stuff. You know what? I think I'm gonna go over this. And that looks a little better. That's okay. I'm liking that. I don't know where that from. These white lines. Here. Let's go over that. A little too thick there. There we go. Okay, so it's the top of the coffee table. Now we're doing everything because somehow we're gonna need it only for the things. Don't think there's too much here where we're gonna have to go into the coffee table. I can see more having to put stuff off of the moment. See a couple spots. Yeah. Oh crap! We need to go up to Shield Red because we did not. We did the gloves. We did not do the mask. The eraser a little smaller. Um, so my friends that are here from the States, do you like how the election turned out? Okay, so that looks good, I think. The last now. Okay, there we go. Coffee table bonds. Okay, so this is going to take some detail. Let's get color. Stuff together. Go. Add it there. That there. Okay, so that. Oh, we have to go back to the top of the coffee table for a second. Place we have this, so a little bit there. Uh, down to the bars. There we go. There. There. Put a little bit on the top. Okay, so it looks like the top. I'm gonna have to come back on. There we go. You know what? As we go along here, we will switch colors back and forth to get this to make the switch. Okay, so we're gonna come back to the coffee table here. The black sand. Hey, Parasocial, how are you? Madison is on this. Yes, it is. There we go. Okay, so we'll have to come back here. We will. We are coloring in the coffee table right now. Good. Yeah. Well, I guess you could have been here lurking, just watching, but good to see you. Figured you probably just arrived. So I think I'm just going to pull it all right in there. I'll come up to the main layer here. Take out this stuff. Is that the end for? I thought we have one on the other side of this knee. So let's I'm gonna get rid of this stuff first. Okay, so we're going to come back down here. Get the bars on the top of the table. So we've been talking about a bunch of things. Color. Talked about how John Sims in this looks like my buddy Dillard. Although I didn't even draw the character, so that was so unintentional. Well, I drew the character originally, but I didn't draw him in this. Let's be a little bit more specific. I came up with the character and the name before I even knew my friend John. Okay, so that looks decent. Okay, couch. That's the one that the shield is on. Talked a little bit about the lesser known Bible story, more just letting people know. Oh, I was asking what people might think about it in good time. I was also saying that tomorrow, I'm not sure whether I should do, because I'm going to be going to a craft show. I think it's a craft show. I'm not sure exactly. My buddy's mother's putting it on. I'm basically going to that for, show off, transfer Canadian Shield and all that. So that means I'm probably not going to be able to do Insecto at noon, the drawing of it. So I was asking people whether they think I should do it later tomorrow or when I get home. I might not feel like it. But then again, sometimes I gotta do things I feel like. Or I was thinking, after I do a couple hours of coloring on the Canadian Shield here, whether maybe looks like I'm gonna have to go around the Canadian Shield. There's still some white on the outside there. What Bible stories did you have in mind? Well, the ones that I am starting off with are the ones that I had picked out to do for a 24-hour comic. And it's basically Judges chapter 3, I'm not sure what verse to the end. Basically, the characters that we will hit are Othniel, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, Ehud, and Shamar. I probably might start with Shamar. Has the least number of pages. He has 5 pages, and one of those things is 2 pages combined for a double page spread. Beyond that, of course, I'm thinking of if I do more stories beyond that for my lesson on Bible stories and continuing to do it as a series. on the channel, adding more and more on. Um, oh, obvious. I think I'll put them at least put them up on my site for free. Eventually, I might do a crowdfunding or whatever for put them in a book. At least those three, maybe more if I do more. Probably Judges, and the book's probably just going to be lesser known Bible stories. And I'm going to take it almost right out. I'll add in the dialogue where it is. May or may not add in any dialogue. It's just like if there's a fighting sequence, I might just add or something like that. I don't know. I do not know precisely at this time. But I know you were asking about doing scripts for some. Yeah, if don't worry about the scripts for the ones I are already planning. Um, if you want to go through Judges and find a story that's in there, no Gideon, no Samson. Well, Ehud, I was going with Ehud. I had these are less from my own Bible stories. Ehud, I picked because I had heard it in Sunday school once, like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that, 6 years ago, something like that. And the first time I had ever heard of it, and it's about a left-handed soldier that goes in to kill the evil reigning king at the time. But I went to that, and then I found the other two one above it, one be under it, and I guess they were just right there. They seemed neat, and they'd be a bit of page filler, like Shamar. Let's see, I can bring this up. Let's see. Docs. And I wasn't thinking of the name Lesser Known Bible Stories at the time. That's just something that came to me as of recently. Like Shamar, that's Shamgar. So it's basically one verse that I've split into 4 or 5 pages. It says, verse 31 of Judges chapter 3, it says, after Ehud came Shamgar, maybe that's how you pronounce Shamgar, son of Anak, who struck down 600 Philistines with an ox guard. And he too saved Israel. So what I've got is pages 1 through 3 that after he had King Shamgar. So, I'm probably just going to show a picture of him. He's going to be at least a panel or maybe a page. And then, the next 2 pages is going to be a bunch of panels of him taking down a bunch of the 600 Philistines with an ox goad, sorry. And then, pages 4 and 5 is a double page spread, him standing atop a mountain of dead Philistines. Maybe having raising the ox goad up, you know, in a victory stance, and just saying he too saved Israel. You know, it's going to be very simple, that one, in some ways. Some of them there's not much to, and thing. So they were right there, and they just seemed that they might fit. Ehud was, like I said, the one that originally had caught my eye. Or caught my eye because of having heard about it told, so I thought, okay. And just when I went to go do it, it didn't have enough pages for the 24 comic, and those other ones were there. Figured I might be able to do something with them, I guess. So I hope that answers. Do you have ideas of what the more or less of this is? Stories. Well, Ehud, I might. I'm not sure about Othniel and Shamar. Definitely not. Sham, Sham, Shamgar, Shamgar, yeah, Shamgar. I'm just. I guess I hadn't really thought about uh, the moral lesson of the stories. I just thought, drawing them up would be fun. Might have to go over some of this. Yeah, some of the colors from these guys are sticking out, so I'm gonna have to go over them again. Sticking out into they shouldn't be. Uh, but well, 24 pages. I guess I one of the on the back page of the cover or the inside back cover, I could maybe do something about the morals of each one. I was just, more thinking. I guess I was more just thinking of doing it like you would for a one of the stories. Like just as if you're almost just as if you were reading it from the Bible, not doing any commentary or whatever. Yeah, for me it was just drawing it up, you know. And I wasn't thinking of having any sort of commentary on them. Okay, so top shelf. Let's see. It's just this. It's a variety of colors. I'm not sure what's supposed to be on this top shelf. So hopefully that answers your question with that. I'm not sure what else to say about that. Let's go for purple now. Since there's two things here with purple. Speaking for the purple. Okay, so the orange. Dragon. Oh, I think I went over a little bit too much. The orange. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking of doing that on Mondays, maybe Sundays. Sunday might be a little bit more appropriate. I don't know. Okay, so bottom shelf. So let's just go one by one here. With this better, there we go. Get it smaller. There we go. Down, there we go. Put that on the eraser right now. We'll just go right grab, take out what doesn't need there. So grab the blue. I think that's all we gotta do for blue. Grab the orange. Yeah. So yeah, I went through Judges yesterday, and I picked out a whole bunch of stuff using I think it was an uh, NIV, the ones that it had all the little titles above different things. So I don't know whether I'm going to use all, because it's hard. I think some of the little stuff that's put in for somebody is, I think it would be hard to do. Maybe I just show a picture of them, and maybe it's those guys that just get a picture and a sentence beside them in a panel. I'm not sure whether that would be considered a lesser known Bible story or not. Okay, so records. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. What did we tell you? But yeah, if you want to try and look through the Old Testament, even the New Testament, and you can see thing and want to use it to write a bit of a script, uh, yeah, you can have, I guess, some artistic license, but don't take too much, because I want to go most of the time with just too much. The artistic license is going to be more me, how I interpret what a character looks like, whatever. I think I don't want too much interpretation. The events. If that makes sense. But all I can say is also for that, I've got 3 stories, 24 pages. So I think just that stuff's gonna take a while for me to do. So there's no rush in trying to do anything. Yes. That's right. So, okay, so there are some records colored in there. That's what I'm assuming they are. It's this book. There we go. Grab that color. Like that. I think that's except for getting color that's on the right side. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get outside of this um, panel one today. We gotta, I'm gonna go for at least till one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to one. Um, I might end up being back today for Insecto. Then again, maybe I'll wait till tomorrow night when we get home because I'm sure that thing is gonna end about 5. I can't see it go beyond that. So, a Saturday night streaming doing Insecto might be good. Maybe I'll get a bunch of people in watching. Okay, so there's the doors. There's the shelf. So we'll grab color for the shelf. Let's go to one corner. Right one there and the other. obviously going along the bottom here, getting it's gray. What else should we talk about? I don't know. Oh yeah, I have a 4 page. Um, I have a 4 page Canadian Shield script that I started. Well, it's not finished. It's got 3 pages. Done. I started a while ago. Somebody, I forget why I started it. I think there was supposed to be a contest or something, a challenge for the 4 page comic script. I never finished it, but I'd like to finish it. I was see if anybody had any ideas based on what I wrote. So, go. Yeah, let's see if we. Oh, yeah. Okay, so don't have to do much of the outside of the inside. We just have to and fill in a little bit of the gaps here that we missed. Hey, Sketchbook. How are you? I'm not doing too bad. Getting this done up as you can see. Um, I was on Drawn and Quartered last night. It was their 250th episode. Um, so they were doing, as they say, Cosmic Marvel. There's what I did. We have Galactus taking on Reed Richards, Silver Surfer, Human Torch, Phoenix, Nova, and Gladiator. I don't know how those guys all came together for this, but that's what we have. And you are to watching in the background. I've been telling people about a another comic that I'm sort of doing. I'm not sure whether you ever heard of the 24-hour comic. Basically, it's a challenge that about doing a comic in 24 hours. Well, I half wrote up a script a couple of years ago. Now, um, maybe less than a couple, but a year and a half, we'll say. I was gonna do it with a couple other friends that we were gonna get on and shoot together. Unfortunately, my mom died, and that blew that all to crap. But I'm thinking of taking the script that I wrote for that, or sort of wrote, gave a brief thing because it was based on three Bible stories. Um, from Judges chapter 3:7 to 31. The story of Othniel, Ehud, and Shamgar. They have each their own stories. So I'm thinking of starting to draw that up on Mondays. I was just telling some people, anybody that was listening, which doesn't look like there was anybody, about a four-page, well, sort of a four-page story that I have for Canadian Shield that it's only 3 pages, but there was supposed to be some sort of thing a while ago which got me started on it, but I forgot about it. But I'm looking for my script on the Judges thing, lesser known Bible stories. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing, and even after those, I'm thinking of trying to do even more lesser known Bible stories. I'm listening, I'm just also paying my bill, so that's cool. I just don't know sometimes if people are listening or not, whether they've left or not, especially after you ask a question or two and nobody responds to it. So anybody want to hear the 3-page story I have for Canadian Shield that's supposed to be 4 page and maybe give me some ideas how I might finish it off? Because that's my biggest part. I've got like a page to finish this off. Of course, that's not this I'm doing here. Up here. Black. Here for the curtain. Okay, hold on a sec, folks. My cousin. See. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so monitor and keyboard. I don't know what's that from then. Oh, you know what? I mean, if this one is it in the city, maybe pull that out. That would go. Okay, so now we're on to the gas. You're gonna have to come up a bit. Or you know what? Instead of coming up a bit, that chest technically should be behind the gas. So there we go. Go. Okay, you know what? Are you still here, Sketch? How are you feeling after I went that win the other day? go. Okay, so let's see if we can. I'm going to do two things here, hopefully. I'm going to take out grab this blue. I'm going to come down to the sky here. I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to come up to green here. We're going to grab that green here. Again, this is a placeholder for this stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do for it. Okay, so I'm going to use it again. Same way, we'll green. Let's grab the wall color and put it on the walls. Okay, so that made that a little yeah, easier. Blah, 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 blah. So let's grab blue. Let's start doing this. leave it off. There we go. So, I think what we're going to do is after we get the perfect done, we're going to go over around John maybe show there's a couple minor things that need to be corrected. This panel, and I think after that, we're going to call this day. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get them all three for the next three panels. Okay, so just now to put this floor in a little better, go around. Oh, that must be part of the wall, must be something. Okay, so rid of a bunch of stuff that doesn't. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is all right once. But we're good. Picture room. I could get something small. Maybe let's see, leave this here. Okay, so let's go with one. Okay, so there we go. So I think there are a couple minor things that we have to do in this one for next time, but I'm not sure. Um, Panel one looks good. Uh, the one thing that we're gonna have to Freaking out. It's the outside. So let's save that. And for whoever's listening, I'm going to quickly go over it. Uh, my 4-page Canadian Shield. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Canadian Shield 4-page short. Page 1, panel 1. I am, caption, I am man like cougar. Known to many now as man like cougar. Panel 2. After being transported through time, I was given a suit that had been told us from the future. Panel 3. A few months later, I would adopt the name Canadian Shield while wearing it. While wearing, I could do many incredible feats. That's panel 4. Page 2, panel 1. As the Canadian Shield, I help save people from dangerous situations. Panel 2. I stop everyday bank robbers and thugs from doing their thing. Panel 3. I also battle the occasional supervillain. Panel 4. And sometimes I even team up with friends I've made to take on even more serious threats. Panel 5. I might help people do simple everyday tasks. Page 3. This all ended up happening because I made Jesus my Savior. Panel 2. That happened back in the early 1800s, where and when I am originally from. Panel 3. I was traveling. It was a traveling creature. Showed interest in me and my people that caught my attention. Panel 4. Till then, most of his people had not much to do with us unless it was for trading goods. Panel 5. That is, however, a tale for another time. And then page 4, panel 1. So there is the beginning of the 4-page short, or most of the 4-page short, 3/4 of it, I guess you could say. If anybody has any thoughts or whatever on it, please leave some comments in the comment section. If you've listened this far. So thanks everybody for stopping by. We'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day. Hope to see you tomorrow.